Other point where private sector is very, very affected by the central bank is the foreign exchange rate. এখানে আমরা জানি what has happened. আমরা 2019 থেকে from the Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce and Industry we were arguing, and under great duress we were arguing that our currency is overvalued, the real effective exchange rate is not right. সেটা আমরা কারেকশন না করে একবারে এসে এক বছরে 41% ডিভ্যালু করলাম এবং সেটার ক্ষতিপূরণ আজকে পুরো ইকোনমি আমরা বহন করছি। সেখানে যদি আমরা একটা প্রপার ফাংশনিং সেন্ট্রাল ব্যাংক পেতাম নিশ্চয়ই আমরা এই বিপদে পড়তাম না। থার্ড ইজ পলিসি কন্টিনিউইটি। Central bank sets policies for banks, for financial institutions. There is no continuity. This whole culture of issuing one notice in the morning and one notice in the afternoon is what has damaged trust, je kotata Famida Appa bollen, in terms of the system. And last, jeta ami mone kori has been the weakest part of our central bank's performance till date, has been growth support. The fixation obsession has been inflation, has been rates, but growth support is একটা ফাংশন আছে যেটা নিয়ে আমরা শুনলাম প্রেজেন্টেশনে, সেটাতে আমরা কাজ করি। এখন I would like to say that it's not the central bank's discretion to decide what should be the rate of inflation. Those are political discussions, and those are set by the political leaders in power. However, once that target is laid down, the central bank is duty bound to implement those targets. That is how central banks work in conjunction with political. এখানে যদি overstepping হয়ে যায়, that also is could be dangerous. Hence the need for having a very clear separation of church and state. You cannot allow that to be. If you look at the so-called high-performing central bank governors, Mr. Shantikanta in India or the gentleman in Indonesia, they're actually being able to do this. Now, the notion of central bank independence, it gained traction, as Dr. Ashik said. Why? Because he wanted to make sure that central bank measures are not manipulated for political gain. Kintu, once again, the proper way to conduct central bank operations is in conjunction, as was said by the chief economist, monetary policy in conjunction with fiscal policy. ওই coordination টা আমাদের লাগবে। The central bank must be allowed to operate at arm's length from the government while doing its work. এই arm's length relationship টা আমরা maintain করে protect করতে পারিনি, and that is one of the reasons that we are where we are right now. So I'm going to end now with just a couple of concluding thoughts. First, I will say this loud and clear. FID must go. Apnar a double-headed dragon, and I'm delighted that we have our chief guest here, the Honorable Mr. Amir Khosrow Chaudhary. I hope that এটা ওনাদের political agenda manifesto তোরা রাখবেন. I've served on the restructuring committee, actor strategizing committee. আমরা recommendation করেছি 3-4টা, Famida Appa and I worked on that. FID and Bangladesh should not coexist. There is no need, কোনো দেশে FID বলে কোনো জিনিস নাই. There must be one regulator. Number one. Number two, as we said, and I'd like to request Dr. Ashik to put slide number 25 on the screen for everyone, because I think it's the most powerful slide. Financial autonomy, organizational restructuring of the board and the management. We are delighted that someone like Dr. Famida Khatun, after many years, has been brought to the board. I remember with deep affection, we had business people on the board of Bangladesh. I'm not interested in that position, but I'm sure we have very qualified people. We must put various actors. There is a bureaucratic capture of the Bangladesh Bank that now must be overthrown. Amra reformer kotha bolchi, this is the time. Please free Bangladesh Bank from the clutches of the bureaucrats. Number 3, let's ring fence and protect the appointment and removal process. This is very important. If President Trump cannot remove the Fed Reserve Chairman, surely Bangladesh, we can figure this out. একবার অ্যাপয়েন্ট করলে let it go to the president, let it go to parliament, let it go to the elected representatives of the people, যে তারা কি করবে। Number 4, let's form a strong monetary policy committee, not just staffed by, once again, bureaucrats. আপনার RBI তে আছে, আপনার আমেরিকাতে FOMC আছে, which will be pursuing a credible monetary policy. Our current system is 4 from inside BV and 3 from outside. I think this balance needs to be restored. I think this is being changed. I would like to recognize the present administration, Bangladesh Bank, for doing a lot of this. I hope that the next politically elected government will continue these things. Number 5, let's allow the banking system to rebuild and restore trust. We know that something like 10 banks account for 71% of the NPLs. Now, in an effort to reform, after the horse has bolted and gone to another country, আমরা এখন existing banker উপর দিয়ে যত পারি তাদের উপর দিয়ে রেগুলেট করছি, ওভার রেগুলেট করছি। বাংলাদেশের আনফরচুনেট রিয়ালিটি হচ্ছে আমরা যারা ট্যাক্স দিই অথবা ব্যাংকের ঋণ পরিশোধ করি, যারা দেয় না তাদেরটাও দিই, কারণ তাদেরকে অ্যালাউ করা হয়েছে এত বছর ধরে তারা ব্যাংক ঋণ ট্রান্সফার করে পালিয়ে যেতে পারেন, অথবা তারা হয়তো বা ট্যাক্স না দিয়ে পালিয়ে যেতে পারে। সো যারা দেন বা যারা এক্সিস্ট করেন তাদের উপরে তখন লোডটা আনপ্রপোর্শনেট ডিসপ্রপোর্শনেটলি আনফেয়ারলি হয়। আমরা আশা করবো এখান থেকে আমরা একটা ফ্রিডম পাবো। অ্যান্ড লাস্ট বাট নট লিস্ট, আই টোটালি এগ্রি উইথ ডক্টর ফাহমিদা, যে এন্ড অফ দ্য ডে ইট উইল অলওয়েজ বি দ্য পার্সন ইন দ্যাট চেয়ার। আমরা যত রকমই রিং ফেন্স করি, আমরা যত রকমই এইসব সিস্টেমস করি, we have seen what Dr. Ahsan Mansoor is doing. I will say we have seen in the past what governors like Dr. Farashuddin have done, where they stood up to very powerful forces in the tribe. We have seen that someone like Mark Carney, who's a Canadian national, can be the governor of the Bank of England. So why can we not aspire to something to that? Thank you so much.